Hey guys, Dave here. Hey, we're going to get into replacing this camera lens on this GoPro Hero, and because you might see there's a little bit of blur around this area, so let's get to it. So taking a look at this lens, guys, you might notice that you cannot see the scratch on it, and the reason why is I tried taking some polish and nail polish and putting that on it in a nice smooth layer and hoping that it would take care of it, and as you could tell, it did not. It did help a little bit, but not entirely. So we had to go get another lens. So the lens we have, we're going to be replacing on here. First thing you're going to want to make sure is you have it turned off. You have a memory card pulled out, and before we get into opening it, we'll need two tools. A small Phillips, and possibly something smaller than this big guy, but this will be able to grab our lens. Also, a nice thing to have is a rubber band, so that we don't hurt our lens when putting it on or off with the teeth on here, and I'll show you when we get there. So let's go ahead and pop open this back here. Remove our battery. Be careful that your screws don't come out with the screwdriver itself. You don't want to lose them. And as you lift this off, you'll know that you, one, don't want to lose all four of your screws, but that there is a wires attached to the button up there. And this over here is your speaker. So we're going to let that fall over. Next, we're going to remove the two screws up here. There's a screw down there. Alright, now we're going to take our rubber band here. This is where you'll either use a rubber band, you can use possibly some type of clothing or cloth, something that you can wrap around here so that you don't break it gripping on there too hard with this. Here, it will be in there pretty tight, guys. Given that this is the old camera, it's gotten some use out of it. You want to be able to try to cushion that blow and get that first. Once you kind of get that first off, unscrew it. Guys, be careful at this point. You want to be careful not to get anything down there. Dirty, and that down there is going to make it daggone near impossible to be able to get it to look right when replacing it. Take our replacement lens here and screw it back in. Be careful not to cross the threads. When you screw this lens in and you're trying to get it focused in, once you find the right spot, you're going to want to keep it there. And if you don't have something that came with in your package, some kind of glue or rub or anything that's going to keep it sticky, you're going to want to go get some super glue, or in my case, what I find to be better is my wife's. If you got a wife or somebody in your household that's going to have some what is this, top coat for their fingernails. It's something that dries quick, it's clear, comes with a brush application, and I'm just going to take this and put it a little bit around where the threads meet. It's going to dry on there, and it's going to keep that lens from moving, but it's not as hard as super glue, so you're going to find that you can break it free if you need to. And again, I wouldn't start off doing this, guys, because it'd be easier to just put it all back together. it'd be easier just to put it all back together, test it, make sure that it's good quality. I mean, that's what you're getting this camera for, is a high definition quality. Make sure it's really good quality, and then go back in, take it apart, glue it in place, and then put it all back together. The tricky part here, guys, is you cannot tighten it all the way down. You will need to space it out for it to be level with the housing here. So might do a quick test fit and make sure that everything looks good there. And let's go ahead and put it back together. Looks good. Hey, just remember, guys, if it doesn't, you might have to mess around with the lens, screwing in too much, screwing out too little, whatever it is. I would not have it set to its position until you found out it was focused in. Once it's focused in, you might have to go back and glue it in, or find a way of keeping it still, because at this point, if you screwed it all the way in, it's way too far. Just need to make sure that you go close to where its original lens was, and that's what you're looking for. Good job, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like for more videos to come.